Hello, welcome, salutations, and welcome to the second recording
There we go.
of a Third Opinion podcast.
Yeah, this is episode 8,
Part
2.
Episode 8, 2,
The
Electric Boogaloo.
only because the first one crashed.
Unfortunately.
25 minutes of nonsense.
Hot
I think
garbage.
it was a sign that we should not have
Hot garbage.
done a hot garbage episode. Or it's a sign that I need to get a better laptop for this. One or the other.
I think it was.
I couldn't turn the
I think it was the horn.
I think it was. I did so many horn bits. I'll just do it one time for this and then be done. But I couldn't turn my phone volume down, which is why this song went on for as long as it did. I was pressing the button. It was like the volume was just getting louder.
It was just so sad. It was such a good episode.
I stopped it because I was like, I don't know what time we're at.
My child died in my arms as the computer crashed.
24 minutes and 48 seconds is what it was.
I wept 3 tears.
Anyway.
So that means this episode will only be 6 minutes long. No. So
Anyway.
what we're going to talk about today, we'll not attempt to recreate the hot trash that was previously
I mean,
done.
if it's going, it's going. Anyway, welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back
Third
to
Opinion
the real
Podcast.
episode.
Real episode 8.
We have a couple of real important things to hit on today.
Episode 8, The Last Jedi.
Episode 8, The Last Jedi, yes. And we'll have episode 9, The Force Reawakens.
The Force has awoken once more.
The Force finally falls back asleep from being restless.
Lord. Anyway,
So, coming up next 2 weeks,
next 2 weeks. We got a
next
lot going.
2 episodes, I believe we hashed out that next week's episode
Might be a history later.
is going to be a big boy episode.
A big boy episode.
Nice topics. We'll have to hammer out the exact specifics of the particular
Yeah.
subjects
And
to
I
address.
have a whiteboard in my house, so it'll be easy just to write everything down.
So we are going to do a big old history episode.
Be a lot of
Don't
fun.
know what topic,
Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to
what
look
time
at it.
period.
We might just do 100 years ago that day in history.
That would be nifty.
Because I follow a lot of
Yeah.
Great War stuff from 100 years
Yeah,
ago today.
that would be pretty cool.
A
Honestly,
lot of
we
stuff
could
like
do
that.
just like
Probably just do whatever.
what all happened just on today, like throughout history.
Yeah, let's not do
That
another
would be
trash episode.
That'd be a nifty episode.
Man, I just can't get over how sad, how tragic that is. We lost 25 minutes of good
Good,
quality banter.
good and gone.
That's the reason we started the show also, is because me and you have just such, I think,
Such diverse topic.
we really
and
do.
Banter.
We have such great conversations.
And it
about
really
everything.
makes no sense.
It doesn't. And I thought that would be good for a radio show.
I did too. I was
To
like,
a couple thousand people to listen to.
what better than put some just random rambling and talking
On the
on
FM
some
stations.
fine quality radio.
Mm.
And honestly, it's turned out pretty well so far.
Yeah.
You know,
people actually like it.
everybody that I've talked to that's actually listened to it, it's been fairly positive.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anybody say, well, your
I-
hot trash is hot trash.
Yeah. The only complaint has actually been from Robert. And it's only because he knows us.
And Robert is an opinionated man.
He's very opinionated.
And we appreciate him for it
and we appreciate him for it.
on most occasions.
Uh,
So, moment of silence for the dead podcast that we just recorded. That's what that was. So,
we're
That-
recording this. Sorry to interrupt. We're recording this October 1st. For the second time, around 5:30.
beginning of
Beginning of
the scary month,
Scary Month. And we said this on the last one also, but it was...
which you'll never know.
No one will ever hear that again, ever.
The ghost episode.
No,
Special for
that was the
special for
seventh-
October 1st.
That was the 7th episode, was the ghost episode, because we talked about it.
Yeah, we did talk about it, but I don't remember what it was.
It was a 1990 miniseries, and then it was a 2017 film.
It's also a great bit.
Oh, also, they did confirm that they were making another part. They're going to start filming it early next year, and they're going to release it 2019.
2019, yep.
Pretty excited for
Which
it.
is really cool. I think it follows up with the adults.
It does.
I believe.
It does.
I saw the casting for who they're talking. They're talking about casting 2 different people
Mm-hmm.
for Beverly.
And one of them
One of
I
them
don't
is
like.
Amy Adams.
I don't want Amy Adams to be
See,
Beverly.
I'm a real big fan of that one.
I'm a fan of Amy Adams.
Like,
I think she's too big of a star to be.
See, I've seen that argument, but I can't remember who the other one is. It Catherine something?
I think so.
Catherine Douglas or something. I can't remember exactly.
I'll look it up real fast.
Look that up, my good man. But when I looked at the pictures of the two side by side, they had a picture of the young Beverly.
Yeah.
They had Amy Adams, and they had
Sophia Lilling, I think is what her name is.
the other candidate, who we are currently in the process of finding.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to
But to me, personally, Amy Adams and the girl that plays Beverly, young Beverly,
Sophia Lilling.
just spitting image.
I see that, yeah.
Spitting, like, just perfect age up, like, actor.
Jessica Chastain.
That's it. Jessica Chastain. Yes.
Bryce Dallas Howard. Maggie Gyllenhaal was another option.
I could see her thinking about that now. Like, they have the
And
same
Amy
kind of
Adams.
facial structure,
I think Bryce Dallas Howard and Amy Adams are too big of a stars. I think Jessica Chastain
Agreed.
would be.
And,
Well, let me just show you a picture of
even
Jessica Chastain,
even
actually.
Maggie Gyllenhaal, really.
Yeah, I think
I mean, she's not a massive actress, but I mean, she's been in some pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a really great actress.
Mm,
Really great
I think she
actress.
would be going for it. I hate it whenever websites do like 10 stars you didn't know passed away.
I know, and then none of them are dead.
None of them are dead. I hate that.
It's like when we were doing the one last week and talking about Tim Curry. I was like, I swear he was dead,
No, he did.
but
have,
he is
have a-
apparently not dead, which was great. 'cause I was
Which is great.
I was pleased to find out.
Yeah, and he's doing better, but he had a stroke.
Tim Curry is great.
He's great. He's a great actor. His performance in It 1990
So good.
is really good.
So good. What was that? What was the joke? I can't even remember. In the library.
Oh yeah. He was like
Yeah.
like sitting on top of a banister like in a library,
Prince.
and he's like, "Do you have Prince Albert in a can? Well, you better let the poor guy out." And he had one of those Mariquinas.
Yes.
One of those spinning wooden things. I want to get that, and I want to get
So ridiculous.
an old school taxi brass horn. I'm going to get both of those. Actually, entertain the people. I'm going to go on Amazon and add those to my. I'm going to make a list called Third Opinion.
Things to buy.
Things to buy for the Third Opinion. I wonder if I can write this off as a tax write-off.
I highly doubt it. But you can try.
I can try.
You can try, my boy. So,
So,
but that was the one big thing we wanted to address today. What brought the esteemed gentleman,
the little boys,
the highly
the
trained
professional
and highly professional,
whose podcast recording
All-
software never cancels or quits working
and always
ever.
works, and there isn't a ghost episode in the Scary Month, but there really is.
So
Episode
sad.
8, Part 2,
This is the
Electric Boogaloo,
this is the episode
the Reckoning.
This is the episode 8 that tells you that it's not going to be your real mom, but she's there if you want to accept her. This is the step parent.
It's like episode 8. You're adopted. We're sorry.
Well, that wasn't where I was going to go with the bit, but that's fine also. All right, let's see. Mariquina.
But we did the first episode. We did
August 13th.
August 13th. 8
8
weeks in
ago.
now. We had no idea what we were doing.
Exactly. Matraka. Excuse me. That's the name of it.
And interestingly enough, it has evolved into something
Kind of big. People.
relatively decently sized. I mean, you had
Yeah.
somebody. Obviously, friends and family listen to it. Which is
not mine.
well, my friends listen to it.
yeah. And
Not my family.
Yeah, no, me neither.
But,
and that's fine. I don't really care. I do it for me and you.
They've enjoyed it.
Yeah. I've had people say that they really enjoy
We've
the
had
show.
a few random people say that they enjoyed it,
Yeah.
and we've had some criticisms from
Robert.
he who must not be named.
Robert Elam.
That boy.
That boy, I tell you what. He needs to be a guest.
He does.
But
Episode
we need to have...
episode 15.
He needs to be the guest in episode 15, but let's just not give him a microphone.
Episode 15. The big episode.
Because Robert's 6'5", 6'6".
He's a large man.
He's a large man.
Gentle giant.
And you can hear on the
Unless
radio.
frustrated. No. He's a great fella.
He really is.
Hopefully we can get him on as a guest.
That'd be a good one.
However,
That'd be a...
on episode 10,
We have a great guest. I'm
We
not
have-
going to tell you.
where it's going to be a surprise.
Don't be surprised.
I'm super excited.
I'll tell the audience at the end of episode 9 who the guest is.
Honestly, I feel like we leave it a surprise.
Really?
Tune in
Tune in.
to find out. It's going to be a really good one.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. This goes up October 2nd, Monday.
So it'll be...
So that one will be October 16th.
Yes.
So that'll be
October 16th.
That'll be a tight episode. I'm really
Will be the
excited
one that'll be the big one.
Mm-hmm.
It'll actually be that day, the big one.
Yeah, it's going to be a great episode. I'm really excited.
Super excited. That one will be a little bit different format. You know, it'll be a bit more structured.
It'll be like the 5th episode with my mom.
We will
it will follow a certain type. It's going to be. We'll have a guest.
You know, we'll bring some questions.
Yeah.
For our esteemed guest.
And our guest might bring some topics.
We'll let the guest bring some topics, or whatever he or she wants to talk about.
You almost gave it away with him.
Almost
saying it's a he.
Might be she though.
Might be she.
Who knows? I don't. Actually, I do, but I won't tell you. Mum's the word. Mum's also a plant.
And mum's not the word. My mom already did an episode.
You're right. You caught me.
Oh, man, I had the volume turned down again.
You killed it.
That's.
I haven't let you have that one.
That's a dumb bit.
We'll let you have that. So
can't win them all.
That is probably the thing I'm most excited about in the next couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. We're also doing for Venturing Crew,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm the president of as of now, as of October 1st.
El Jefe. El Presidente.
We're doing a Halloween party and a Players Unknown Battleground Battle Royale Hunger Games style thing with Nerf guns outside of the field at
Essentially, it's
Mom's house.
you, me,
Andrew,
a bunch of gangly people, a couple of chubby people. I being one of the chubby.
We're just the boys.
We're just gonna flail around your
costume.
Your mom's front yard.
My mom's
your plant's front yard. Oh, your birth house.
Why?
His front yard.
Yeah.
And just have a good time.
It's gonna be a great
Shoot each
time.
other up with some fun.
I'm gonna get Andrew has a GoPro Hero 3 or 4, I think. I'm gonna get a body camera and just like film the
look
entire
forward
thing.
to seeing some of that, perhaps on the Third Opinion channel,
Maybe.
or maybe your personal channel. Maybe both.
I don't know, maybe both. I need to talk to Sophia.
We'll
Sophia is my sister. She's 14, and she
She's the de facto
edits the show.
De facto editor.
She's the chief editor, and I called her that. That way, that way I could convince her to feel better about it.
How'd that ploy work?
She saw right through it. She's like, okay.
She's a smart cookie.
She's very smart.
She's very smart. I think she's smarter than I am.
I mean, I would believe if she was smarter
I would
than
not
me and
doubt
you.
it.
I wouldn't doubt it either.
Maybe she should be the one on the podcast. Maybe we should be.
She said she'd love to be on the podcast, but she said that she would want to talk about cats.
Is she like a small cat lady?
She is a small. Yes, she's a small cat lady.
That's fine.
Cats
have to have somebody.
She has a small cat. She has one of those tuxedo cats.
Oh, those are great.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite cat is?
Mm.
Not a big cat person,
Mm.
but I love those Munchkin cats.
She wants a Munchkin
They
cat
have
also.
little stubby legs.
She is not going to get another cat.
Those are adorable.
She has actually. Sophia has her cat's name is Luna, and she's had her for 3 years now. I think 3 years now. She just wandered up out of the forest. I'll let Sophia tell about it more, but she has.
Maybe we'll have a cat episode.
Dude, that'd be a lot of fun. Actually, probably that'd be a very nice.
We'll bring on the expert.
We'll bring on the tiny cat lady, my sister,
the cat expert in chief, editor herself.
That'd be a good episode. But she actually has her cat. She has a doctor's note for her cat that says that she's a emotional support animal.
Very cool.
So she can just bring her, wherever
Very
they allow
cool.
that, which is pretty awesome.
That's awesome. I'm all for that kind of stuff, honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. They have a very interesting bond.
I feel like sometimes it gets really overused and abused a little bit.
It does,
you know.
Yeah.
But like when it's used well, like it's such a good tool.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. Animals are great for therapy.
And like her cat's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Like they took her cat, I think, on a flight to Louisiana.
That's awesome.
Like I don't know if it was on a flight to Louisiana or they had it to where they could stay in the hotel in New Orleans.
Right.
I think it was the hotel actually because you have
Right.
to have them in a cage in order to travel through a plane.
Of course.
So I think they
don't allow carry-on cats
which they should
or horses.
or horse.
No bovine or equestrian carry-ons. There you go. We got in one.
There we go.
That's your one.
Until we get a real horn, I'm just gonna not even do that bit anymore.
No, I'm gonna have to really keep you under control when you do get the horn. It's gonna be a little outrageous.
I'm gonna get a horn and I'm gonna get you your own sound present. All right.
I don't even know what it would be. That'd be something pretty exciting.
Do you want like a marimba?
Just surprise me. Like a
Okay.
set of bells. That'd be exciting.
Dude.
Like a small xylophone. Just
Yeah. Like a small xylophone.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty neat. That'd be a good one to
pretty
get.
tight. I could learn to play. I could just play Tijuana Taxi.
I need to find out what all the instruments are for that song. The intro song is Tijuana Taxi.
And then we'll
by-
just learn to play it.
Yeah, Herb Alpert and his Tijuana Brass.
They're
Just to make-
fantastic bunch of guys.
Yeah, they really are.
Really talented.
And I told Ethan it's going to be a sad day whenever we go through all of the Herb Alpert albums.
Then we'll have to move on to some Kenny G,
Yeah, that'd be
I
cool.
don't
to
know.
listen to.
which is not real saxophone. That's an aside for another day. That's an entire hate rant in and of itself. He's very talented,
Yeah.
but the man does not play saxophone. He does, but we're not going there. We're not doing this.
We don't have another hour to talk
But
about
he
this.
is very talented.
Definitely.
However, we will have to find a replacement if we make it that far, which I hope we do.
I hope we do too.
When we're 60 and still doing this in the nursing home,
I don't know about you. I'm not going to be in a nursing home whenever I'm old, Ethan.
then I'll just live in your house.
I won't. No, it's fine. Actually, you know what? It's cool.
I'll live in the studio.
The studio, my dining room table.
I'll live under your kitchen table. That'll work out. So, I know next week, that history episode though, I'm really looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to. October's going to be a very
very good month.
filled up month.
We are really gonna hammer out some good detailed topics.
And we're going to have some other stuff. Well, me and you are doing other
Mhm.
personal stuff besides that.
We are.
Let me move the microphone down. That way, when I'm looking at my phone, which is very rude, you can actually hear me.
It's gonna be a really good. I know that one was one we talked about. Maybe another movie episode potentially.
Yeah, I mean, whenever the big November movie month happens, December's going to be very big for movies.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. We got Star Wars coming out.
And I watch 2 movies in a month, which I never do. But
Yeah.
now that we can actually have a meeting to talk about it,
Right. Like there's a reason
I
to.
have no problem to.
Now I'm not just like, hey, Elisha, have you seen this movie? And you're like, no, I'll add it to the
No.
list that I'll never watch.
Yeah, which was like I originally had the idea for a 30-minute show with my friend I haven't talked to her in a while, but my friend Anna. We were going to do a show where we talked about movies, and that's going to be a movie podcast essentially. And it didn't get any further than just us talking about it. And Dr. Rohn, who is the owner of the radio station
Right.
and the Warren County Education Foundation, he said that'd be perfect. He said that'd be great. He said you'd have to go as soon as movies came out. You'd have to go watch the movies and then
Of
record
course.
that show that afternoon.
Of
That way
course.
you could go the next day, and then you have to get them going. But it never took off.
Right.
Because
Which
she
honestly, with that first one, we did a really good job of doing that. Honestly, you and I both
Yeah.
saw 2 fairly, because I think you saw it a week after it came out. I believe
was
it
2
was.
weeks after it came out.
2 weeks. That's what it was.
Yeah.
We tried to talk about
It.
it.
I just didn't have enough time.
Whatever it is.
Well, I said I'd watch it whenever I get back from Wisconsin.
But no, we
I
talked.
took a big boy trip. You see.
We did it, and we did Kingsman, which were both
Kingsman 2.
excellent films.
I really
I really
liked-
enjoyed
liked
talking about that. That was a great episode.
Yeah, I did too.
Got to give the people what they want. More cinema.
More horns.
More horns. That's what you want. That's just what you want.
I'm going to make a poll, and I'm going to ask people that listen to the show,
A horn.
more
poll.
horns, yes, or absolutely yes.
I will create 15 accounts just to vote no.
No to the horns.
I will bring down the horn.
I'm going to get you an instrument also. And then you're going to...
Just bring me a hammer so I can hit you with it.
Well, you took my ratchet away.
I did. Someone has to control you, child.
I just like sounds, Ethan.
As your father. Not really. I'm not really your father.
You'd have to have been 6 years old. Or 6, 7... You'd have to have been 8 years old. And that's not good.
No. That's not a good time.
That's not good, Ethan.
That's not a good thing.
Do you ever think about what you say, Ethan? That's not good.
Sometimes I don't.
I'm gonna grab more water. You keep
I try to.
doing this.
I'll hold down the fork.
Thank you.
Hold down the kitchen table.
It sounds like I'm really far away, but I'm like 5 feet away.
No, you're down the hall. Since you live in a 10-bedroom home, and we have your butler here, aka yourself. But though, the month of October, as we said, will be a really big, real good time.
Mm-hmm. We're doing so much.
So
The rest of this year, actually, let's clarify. The
we've
rest of this year is going to be wild.
really got some good stuff coming up.
Yeah, definitely.
So now, if you haven't been listening before,
Yeah, better be listening now.
Better be listening now. Better be strapping into your seats because it's going to be a wild ride.
Yes, I'm going to see if I can help Sophia in any way to get more episodes up on the
Absolutely.
on the YouTube.
I know there were several people, like we discussed earlier, that were asking about it.
Yeah, we talked about it on the Ghost episode, but
That doesn't exist.
that is never going to.
It's kind of like Groundhog Day.
Yeah. No.
It's the Groundhog episode.
Oh no. I don't think I want to do this podcast for 35 years. Every day.
I mean, think of how good it would be by that point, though.
Someone said that, like, the actual time that he spent, someone did the math that he could do, that they actually showed in the movie. That he actually spent, like, 38 years.
Which is insane.
38 years really living the same day.
Could you imagine that?
That's awful.
Depending on the day.
Exactly. See?
And the worst part is when you finally just give up and you're like, I'm just going to do whatever.
Yeah.
And then it goes back to being a real day, and you get in trouble for doing all those things.
I think he knew what was going to happen, though.
I would imagine so.
But someone said that the original source material said that he spent over 1,000 years in there, and someone said that's not possible.
You would literally go insane.
He did. Well, 38 years or whatever.
Yeah.
Within the same day. That's a lot of days.
That is.
Okay, Google. What is 38 times 365? Here we go.
38 times 365 is 13,870.
That is awful.
It's a lot of terrible birthdays.
Yeah.
Could you imagine though? You're like, oh, today's my birthday,
I think.
and then everyone's like, no, it's not. Your birthday's in 9 months.
He didn't age either. He didn't age 38 years.
That's what's bananas.
That is bananas. That's a wild movie. That's one of Bill Murray's best roles.
There's another movie, a new movie coming out. It's kind of doing the Groundhog Day principle, but the girl gets killed every day.
Oh.
I can't remember what it's called.
Well, the one that had Tom Cruise was the original one, right? There's one
Perhaps.
and there's a sequel. I think I know exactly.
But this one has some young teen stars.
Hold on, I know exactly what you're talking about. I think.
And it looks a little goofy, but at the same time, it also looks like a decent movie.
Yeah, Live, Die, Repeat was the Tom Hanks one.
Yes, which Tom Hanks, one of my favorites.
Hate that he is a Scientologist. It's whatever. But
he can worship his volcano Lord Xenu.
See, it's fine.
Anytime he wants.
He's a great actor. Or did I say Tom Hanks? I meant Tom Cruise.
You meant Tom Cruise, yes. Tom Hanks, not so crazy.
Tom Hanks is just a normal
Tom Cruise,
guy.
small, short, crazy.
But yeah, having to really
That'll be episode 12.
talk about episode 12
Short,
is going to
small,
be Tom Cruise and Tom Hanks as our guest.
Man, we got to get some clout before we do that.
We got to get some real people on here.
Which is episode 10.
Episode 10.
Episode X.
Episode X. We
The
made that.
edition.
We made that joke before the podcast killed itself dramatically.
The ghost episode.
But it was that the iPhone X is a better name than the iPhone 10.
It just sounds so goofy, especially when they skip 9. It makes no sense.
It really does. The name iPhone 10 makes no sense.
It really doesn't.
But iPhone X sounds awesome. It sounds like a phone that you would pay $1,000 for.
It does. It sounds extreme.
It sounds extreme. They should do what they did in the early 90s and just put an X before everything to make it like crazy.
Just add a bunch of Roman numerals.
Dude.
Since there's only 5 numbers.
That was another great bit.
We're just we got these zombie jokes here.
I laughed so hard. I think it's probably good that the episode was killed off.
Like the necromancer of jokes right now. Just bringing it back from the dead.
Bring it back from the jet. Bring it back from the Jed.
Bringing him out of the shed.
Did you vote for Jeb Bush?
No, I did not. No, I did not. I will not be sharing who I voted for on the show. It's just a personal thing. It's not you.
Okay, I appreciate that. But I mean,
No, I did not vote for the Jebster.
Well, I don't think anybody did.
Not that he's a bad guy.
No.
Honestly,
but
I think he probably could have done a decent job.
Probably better than what we have. But I think his big issue was that, hey, I'm not my brother, George Bush, or my dad,
Pretty
George
much.
Bush.
And he just looked. They just made the poor guy look so goofy.
Yeah,
throughout
really
the whole every campaign stuff, it was just like, well, who's the joke now?
Yeah,
Jeb Bush. Which is, I don't know. I just feel like he never really got out of the water.
He really didn't.
Which like I said.
Did you know that George Bush had a brother named Jeb Bush before he ran, though?
I did.
I didn't.
I actually did.
See, I didn't.
He was the governor of Florida.
The governor?
Yeah. Just like Arnold.
Just like Arnie?
Arnie Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
The governor
the governor.
of California.
So I have this thing called, slightly off topic, but not so much that really, or not so much. I did this thing every Saturday night called 80s Movie Night.
I've attended. It's a good time.
And you've been to the first one. The second one was really good. We watched Airplane.
I
Great
hate
movie.
that I missed that. It's a
I
wonderful
did too.
film.
It was really good. I forget how good it is.
What's the old guy? And I can't remember his
Leslie
name.
Nielsen?
Yes.
He's still alive,
He is.
I think.
Fantastic.
He's a great... That 80s style of humor can never be
You
captured.
can't really. And honestly, that Airplane is almost a 70s humor.
It almost is.
You know what I
It's
mean?
Like,
Like,
right on the
it's
border.
like- 'cause wasn't
came
it
out
early 80s?
July 22nd, 1980s when it
Yeah.
came
I
out.
was thinking, I know it was like right in
Yeah.
the early years.
Yeah. But it's like prime.
You can really tell.
You really can.
It's just
prime comedy.
cheesy, just slightly vulgar,
Well, there's boobs in it, yeah.
like not really bad.
not
you know?
awful. Yeah. Not
But
like
it's
Blazing
like-
Saddles,
No.
but like still really goofy and really funny.
Definitely.
I forgot that there was a topless scene in that, just like randomly.
I know, it's completely random.
We watched it
It's
and
just kind of out of nowhere.
yeah, it was like
It's
me.
oh,
It was like me, Andrew, and Ethan were both like, "Wow!"
there's that.
It was really funny. But I've made the caveat / the rule: every time Arnold Schwarzenegger is on screen in a movie, you have to pump iron. And that's going to be one of the rules for 80s movie night. Whenever if he's in a movie,
We're just gonna have like a set of weights sitting around.
I'm just going to have a set of weights for whoever's here to watch. Also, you have to pump iron.
Here's your
every minute
5
he's on
pound
screen.
weight for one.
Well,
pump,
I'm not going to
one
pump like a
for
whole
Arnie.
bunch, but like it'd be a good like thing that you have to do.
Yeah,
You can only talk to each other in an Austrian accent.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
I'm excited for it. I hate that we're camping. Well, we're camping this. I don't hate it, but I mean,
Right.
we're camping this weekend. We're going to get some good service hours in, so we can go
That'll
to the
be
next
good.
rank or whatever.
Prevention crew.
Yes,
Excellent.
but 80s movie night won't happen this Saturday night,
fine.
unfortunately.
I will.
I'll
be
probably
at
just do 80s movie night Sunday night. Who knows?
we'll
I'm
make-
gonna watch
we'll,
an 80s movie.
We'll make up for it.
Yeah,
We will make up the time.
yeah, definitely. But what was I going to say else? Oh, I'm going to watch another movie every night this week, starting
very good.
tomorrow night.
I'm gonna try to put a few under my belt as well to prepare for cinema episode Dose
Number
Electric Boogaloo.
14.
I think
I don't
that's
know.
what we're thinking. We'll see. We'll see how the rotation goes.
Yeah, we'll see how
the
well
rotation-
we'll see how well our guest for episode 10. Well,
It's gonna
not
br-
how well he
Oh,
does.
it's gonna bring down the house.
He's good.
It's gonna bring
Not
down
how
the
well
house.
he does. How well we do. I have to actually sweep the floors in my house for him to show up.
Indeed.
Like my mom shows up and she's like, it's fine. I know how you live. I've known you
You're a
for
small
your
boy.
whole life. But the person that this is going to be like an actual guest.
Yeah. We will definitely prepare for him.
But yeah, I'm
very
really
excited for
about
that one. So
it. October's going to be a busy
strap in your
busy boys
strap in
month.
your seats and get comfortable and bring your favorite beverage
Yeah, it's good.
because it's gonna be a good month of episodes.
I'm excited.
Folks,
I reckon we need to get this.
I reckon we're gonna make like a mummy and wrap up.
Yes.
All right,
Ethan,
Elisha.
you can't stop the sounds, Ethan.
It's gonna be a war on sounds.
How can you slap?
It's only a game.
It's only a game.
What do you have to
Why
do?
do you
man?
have to be? Why you have to be mad? It's only a game.
The sounds aren't a game, Elisha.
Have you seen the meme in the last minutes of closing the show? Have you seen the meme that it was EA Sports? It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
I have not. I feel like I need to see
I
that.
have to show you that one.
All right,
it's,
folks.
It's really goofy.
Well, prepare for next week. History episode.
History episode.
An episode.
If you don't want to listen,
An episode X.
I understand. Episode X.
Won't cost you $1,000. It'll be worth $1,000.
I hope so. That'd be great.
It's gonna be a really good one. So long. Farewell. Avita, say goodbye.
Thank you for listening to the 8th episode of the Third Opinion Podcast. Mondays at 2. Ethan, take them away.
I look forward to seeing you soon.
When else does it air?
Mondays at 2, Fridays at 5. I finally have the numbers
You
down.
got it.
Numbers
you
of
got
the
'em
days.
down. You got it.
It's only taken me 4 weeks.
You've got them.
All right, folks. Have a good one.
See you guys next time.